Hey guys, it is me, Phoenix. We are going to do something a little different. I'm going to use the Shrub Tarot deck, and I'm also, well, there you have it, going to use the Archetype deck. And we're going to pull different types of energies of if you're dealing with a visionary, that's one. Please do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified when I post a new video. Remember, red hearts if you made it through, purple hearts if it resonates, green hearts if you're working on it, yellow hearts if you just rock with me and got my six, meaning have my back. And even if this reading does not resonate with you, if you just support my channel, I really appreciate it. Also, go over to my other channel, The World is Waiting Tarot, and subscribe to that channel. I am trying to get 1,000 subscribers over there. You know, that channel is 2 years old, and I have over 900 videos in there that are pretty much, if you ask me, timeless readings. So the way this is going to work is we're going to talk about a person that is a visionary, somebody who sees themselves a higher self, or who is feels to be famous, hood famous, or something of the sort. We're going to go ahead and clarify all of these different energies, and this could be all one person, or it could be just you know, several different people. So again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So somebody who is a queen, who sees the beauty in themselves. And to me, this is somebody who is dealing with their intuition and the Lilith. Somebody who is rebellious. Somebody who doesn't follow the status quo. And then there's a clinger here as well. Bottom of the deck is beauty. So somebody who sees the beauty in themselves. You know, that could be somebody, but could be earth energy. Or it could be somebody who you secretly admire. So anyway, I'm going to pull tarot on this, and then we're going to go ahead and discuss the topic, the journey, the lesson, and understand the lesson and the journey when it comes to this person. Towards the end of the read, we're going to go ahead and pull from the crystal deck, which focuses on the chakras. And then at the end of the read, we're going to release this energy with an affirmation. We're going to release the negative energy with an affirmation. So again, I'm going to go ahead and pull three to four cards on this person who is a visionary. Somebody who you've been dealing with as a visionary, Cancer. Who is this visionary person that you've been dealing with? I'm just trying to get a better perspective on, you know, the different energies that a person has been dealing with. Not everybody is the player. Not everybody is the heartbreaker. Everybody has their own dreams and ideas of how they see the world. And we as Cancer sometimes just go along with their visions, and therefore we have issues in the end when we start to see the beauty in ourselves, to see basically what it is. So if you're dealing with a visionary, yeah, the bottom of the deck is the conception, nurturing, and graceful, being graceful. See, us as Cancers, if this person is a visionary, what we decide to do is we support that individual, whether even and that even means us not supporting ourselves. Hold on, my son is in the background on the phone with his friends. Let me tell him to be quiet. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, I just feel like we as Cancers, when we see the vision and we see somebody's vision, because we often do, when we see somebody's vision and when we see that they have an idea or something that they believe that is worth it or it's going to work. See, Empress beauty. We see the beauty and we nurture the situation, and we secretly love and are affectionate and will do anything for the situation. Does that make sense now? I believe that makes sense on how it is that we see the beauty in everything until, you know, there's some type of completion there, or beautiful beginnings, because that's what we want, and we want it balanced. But then something about the conflict stops us, and heartbreak from a person feeling like we'll always be there. Does that make sense? And so, yeah, that is when the ego is involved. When the ego gets involved, that's when we can't nurture the situation anymore, and it causes heartbreak for us, because at this point we've boosted this person's energy up so well that there becomes conflict, because they feel like, yeah, and you have to stand up for yourself. So here it is. The Queen of Swords shows his face. The Ace of Wands shows his face. The Four of Wands, the Hangman, and the Seven of Wands shows his face. So when it comes to dealing with this visionary, you know, you are very unbiased. You're unbiased about how you feel like this is going to fail or not, because you love this person so much and you see the beauty in them, and therefore your independence and your unbiased energy and the way that you want to support this person comes off to this person because you're passionate about it. And so you'll give your all to this person, and you'll see the stability and be able to celebrate and be excited about their journey. But at some point, you have to you start to sacrifice your own energies, and then you're suspended, you're stagnant, you're not moving forward when it comes to this, and you have to let go because it becomes more of a conflict when it comes to how you do things. The Seven of Wands energy, you're courageous and you make the effort, but it becomes challenging because this person doesn't see the things the way that you see it, and you just want a completion. You want some balance, compassion, and it all comes with conflict and deception and defeat. So they use your energy, and then they become this haughty, or this, if they're already not, they become big-headed. And that's kind of how I see that, and it causes heartbreak and betrayal because you've always been there for this person. Does that make sense? And so I'll go ahead and pull a couple more cards. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. You know what? Let me pull from the love situation deck, because this is how it happens. This is how it all starts to happen when it comes to dealing with, these type of visionaries, people, who see their own thing, and it's only one-sided relationships, and they become selfish while you stop everything in order to deal with whatever it is that they are passionate about. So the love situation when it comes to dealing with this visionary is, yeah, you want their wishes to come true. Wish fulfillment's all that you ever wanted. A dream of a boy or a girl. So this is what they have going on in the phone call. Expressions of interest, wanting to talk, communication is the key. Well, this person isn't really ready to communicate. The gypsy is here. Knowing the unknowable, unconventional lifestyle, exotic mysteries. So that is this, you know this about this person when it comes to this King of Cups energy. You know that it's the exotic mystery, and that's what makes you love them anymore. But you want this person to express the way they feel. And then at some point, the conflict comes in, and I hate to say it, but with some type of jealousy, wanting you to themselves, attachment, fear of losing. So you become, you get in fight or flight mode, right? And it causes you a heartbreak because you see this person as a hottie, and you also understand that, it causes a lot of conflict, and you don't want to lose this person. You just want to be supportive to this person, and you do want them all to yourself, but not saying that you didn't come in and it was all to themselves, but they could be involved in third-party energies, and some type of secret love, and you just trying to be supportive about it. But there's arguments, there's drama, somebody is creating drama, and it's a moment of tension, which causes heartbreak when it comes to dealing with this person. Does that make sense? And so that's the reason why, things don't work out the way that they are planned to work out. So I'm going to pull from the Breakup Oracle deck. It's just like this visionary doesn't see what you see. They see jealousy, or they see that they're getting things together, and, they're going to do whatever it is to be in the limelight or to make their dreams come true, and it hurts you in the process. So, yeah, it becomes a lot of drama there. I have too much drama in my life to try to stay out of it. So I'm trying to stay out of it. I have too much drama in my life. I'm trying to stay out of it. The universe is saying, even though you want this, the unknowable, you got to focus on yourself. That's what the universe is saying. The jealousy, the Five of Swords, So again, the conflict and the deception and the defeat causes jealousy, which is respectfully what you have to know and unlearn to relearn. Does that make sense? And so the burdens come, and so it says, been feeling overwhelmed. I have a lot going on in my life right now. So it's like, why don't you, you start to regret the things that you've done and for this person, right? And it causes you heartbreak. I regret walking away. I wish I knew what I know now, but they're regretting because you walked away and you were their support system and they didn't realize that. Does that make sense? Yeah, worried. I'm worried that it might be too late to make things right between us. Yes, they are worried that it might be too late. angry. I'm angry at myself, and sometimes even with you for how things turned out. And you could be that same way, because sometimes you have to just step out and focus on yourself, because you already knew this. You already knew the balance, the compassionate, and intuitive energy is our energy, the King of Cups energy, but you wanted this person to be balanced, to be compassionate and understanding when it comes to you, because you understood them, and it's an unconventional lifestyle on what this person's vision is. But, you know, the universe told you to focus on yourself. And so now you're going back and forth. You're regretting. You're understanding that there was heartbreak and it was a fight or flight mode. And so that's just how I feel when it comes to you dealing with this visionary, if that makes sense, respectfully. So yeah, I just feel like that is what is happening when it comes to this situation. You know, this person, you know, they feel like you're a burden to them. And so with them feeling like you're a burden, you're just like, you know what? No, I don't, you know, I don't feel like I am a burden, you know. And so that is where they start to make you feel less than, and then you have to make a decision to walk away. So visionary stops at 10:38, and for visionary. All right. And now we're going to go ahead and focus on somebody that is doing the higher self. So I'll try to timestamp this. I never really am good at this because I always forget to put it in the comments. So there you have it. That's if you've been dealing with a visionary. I just hit my elbow. Ouch. Yeah, that's if you've been dealing with a visionary. So I'm going to go ahead and leave these cards up here, because we see the beauty in every situation. And therefore, when it comes to dealing with somebody, you know, who maybe feels some type of way about what their dreams are, they start to make you feel less than. So now we're going to go ahead and pull from tarot on the person that has a higher self or higher belief, or maybe feels like they're God's gift to green earth, or they could be some type of person who feels intuitive, like a know-it-all, or it could be that somebody that is, you know, a pastor, a preacher, or somebody that is believes in themselves or their own reality. You know, does that make sense? So I'm going to go ahead and pull tarot for whoever is dealing with the higher self. We're going to start this at 12. Higher self. All right, we're starting this at 12, and I'm going to go ahead and pull tarot for that. You know, again, you know, in order for you to deal with a person who has a different belief system, you already have to know that, you know, nothing can be changed about this person. Yeah, it's already toxic. That shows his face, and this needs clarity. The King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, it says abundance, discipline, and stable, right? So this person who believes in their own situationships or whatever feels like they're abundant, you know, they're disciplined and they're stable. But in the reverse, the King of Pentacles is indulgence, excess, and greed. So this person is very greedy, and that's why it needed clarification. Yeah, the Fool, they've taken a leap or had a leap of faith and maybe wants a fresh start after they realize that they're starting to lose you. But the Ace of Cups is here, a true love, romance, and love yourself. So the Ace of Cups energy is opportunity, great love, and joy, right? So when you take a leap to be this whatever for this person, friendship, exuberance, and celebration, whatever this person's belief system is, you start to try to go towards what it is that they want. And the Ace of Pentacles, prosperity, foundation, and trust. Because with the Ace of Pentacles, just to let you know, is new joy, new beginnings, you know. So you look at it like, okay, this person has a different belief system. I'm going to go ahead and take a leap. I'm going to, you know, because I believe that this could be true love and romance. And the Three of Cups, I'll be able to be friends and celebrate and enjoy myself with this person. But here it is. Here's the red flag here. The red flag is this person is greedy, you know, the red flag. And you know that it's like it's indulgence, it's greed, and it's excess. They do things in excess. And so therefore the prosperity, the foundations, and the trust, you're there with them. You know, you want to build a foundation with this person, but the Six of Pentacles, you start to give too much. Giving to the situation, Six of Pentacles energy, maybe 6 years it takes for you to realize this, that you've been given to a situation wholeheartedly without expecting to receive the same yourself, and you're not even getting what it is. And this person is very honest. You know, King of Swords energy could be a Gemini, but we have the King of Pentacles here too. So this could be, you know, a Earth energy, you know. But, you know, when it comes to this person, you know, this person could be, you know, very intellectual, wise, and truthful about how they feel. And it's considered toxic, you know. So they have this bondage again, you know, or the devil energy, right? Like you are so tempted, and it's just like they keep trapping you and alluring you into their web. And, you know, you don't really start to see until, you know, 6 years down the line. And therefore, Six of Swords energy, you decide that you have to walk away from this situation and see the beauty in yourself again. Yeah, because the Seven of Swords, running away, hidden honor, and lies, because it's a lot behind dealing with this person. Does that make sense? And so I'm going to go ahead and pull from the love situations just to see, you know, because again, you know, it becomes toxic because you keep giving to the situation and, you know, taking a leap with the person who only in the beginning showed you the red flags, with the King of Pentacles being here, taking this leap with this person. Yeah, you know it, but again, your intuition, yeah, it's unraveled. Yeah, you've been taken for granted. Money is tight. Money problems, not enough money, careful about expenditure. So, again, you could be getting to the point to where, yeah, you start to financially lose your money or whatever when it comes to dealing with this hottie or whomever, if it's a male or female, somebody who doesn't really see the beauty in you. Does that make sense? And you start to feel like the need to have to walk away, you know, from these situations. And so because there's dishonor, and so you become angry at this situation because you had to turn around and do something different. You start to reminisce on how things could be, you know, how things could be. Six of Cups energy. You start to reminisce on these things, and then you become angry with resentment, you know, resentment and being triggered with everything. And then look what shows his face again is the jealousy. You start to become angry and then jealous of, not necessarily in a not in a jealous way, like it's different. It's like you start to resent and be like, you know, well, I helped him do this. Now, when you have to do that, or I helped him or her do this. Now, when you have to do that, that's because they take you for granted, right? That's because they take you for granted. Unequal give and take, not feeling appreciated. Now you start to say, you know, what's marriage about? 11 years. You get what I'm saying? You start to look at all the things you sacrifice. You get what I'm saying? With, you know, it's like, I swallowed my tears, you know, stood by my side or whatever it is. I should have left your ass 1,000 times. You get what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not going to cry, but that's where you start to look at it. You want them to yourselves, not that. You don't want to lose them. And so that's the reason why you stay long. And there's attachment to them, because it could be kids, you know, it could be kids that's keeping you attached to this person. And so again, you start to feel foolish for making the choices, and careless, and not, you know, carelessness starts to happen, and you're not taking it serious about the games that they've been playing and the tricks that they've been doing, because they got you in their web. Does that make sense? And so, you know, their higher self and you believing in them, you know, that, okay, hold on. Yeah. Will forever change you. Now this card is in reverse. So I'm going to go, yeah, silent moves. Then you have to move in silence, and then you realize that there's drama there and there's secret love here. Exactly. So then you start to realize, you know, again, that this person is forever going to be unchanged. They're unchanged. You know, you start to realize that they're unchanged because, again, they're hurting you. You know, it says, I have too much drama in my life. We already read that. The secret love is here again, and the silent moves here. Forever change. You changed my life without even trying. The old me is dead and gone. And so again, that could be you, or that could be them when they realize silent moves. I'm making moves in silence. Don't want anyone to ruin my plans. So you start to become unraveled and you start to move forward, which is a good thing. But you know how you hear you stay ready, you don't have to be ready. You know, you're always supposed to have your backup plan and not put your all your eggs in one basket. And sometimes that's what we do until we realize that that's not the right way to go. And then the secret love. This all when somebody feels like somebody is God's gift to green earth, the secret loves always start to come out. I kept my love for you a secret. It's too complicated to explain. You become angry and resentment, and then you start to lose yourself and in this whole situationship. And so that's when it comes for you to have to make a decision. Should you stay? Should I stay or should I go? Does that make sense? And so that is where you are with this situation. You have to understand that if you stay, these are the situations. If you go, this is another situation that you have to deal with. So this is if you're dealing with somebody who feels like their belief system is the end all be all. So we're going to do 20 minutes and then we're going to deal with the Lilith. Now, the Lilith, okay? The Lilith is someone who is a rebel. The Lilith is a rebel. The Lilith is someone who doesn't take shit from anybody and uses her resources. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of who the Lilith is without being, without quoting exact to it. But she was, I think, Adam's wife or in the Bible or something before Eve was there. And she didn't want to just make money. She didn't want to just have kids and just be the dormant person. Basically, she wanted to rule as equal with Adam. I think it was Adam. Was it Adam? I think it was Adam. Okay. Anyway, don't quote me on that. But again, so yeah, that is who this person is. Now, if that is you, somebody who just wants to be treated as an equal, I was just watching. It's kind of like the Game of Thrones type thing where, the girl doesn't want to be anybody's, she wants to be able to lead just like everyone else. And so when you're dealing with somebody who feels like they're God's gift to green earth, a hottie, and roles could be reversed, and you see the beauty in them, and then you also see what grounding yourself and, loving them, from a distance brings, then you turn around and you're like, hey, wait a minute, and so that is how I see this energy. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull tarot to see what about dealing with this Lilith. You could be the Lilith. Yeah, it's called growth. When you realize that you can be an equal to somebody, but there has to be respect factors. Page of Wands needs clarification. 8 of Wands come out. The communication has to be there. 6 of Wands is here. So, the Wands energy is Aries, Leo, Sag. So you could be dealing with the Aries, Leo, Sag when it comes to them feeling like, yeah, 6 of Pentacles, you're giving too much, and now you're standing up for yourself. Page of Pentacles, you're doing the work. Temperance is you have imbalance. You have imbalance in regards to dealing with this hottie type energy. I'm going to go ahead and pull from the love situations, and then I'll break down these cards. But so far, the Page of Wands energy is yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery. The only thing that's real is the present moment, so enjoy. You can't live in the past with this energy. Yeah, you got to take risks for yourself, even if you're dealing with somebody who make you feel unvalued. Sorry, I said unraveled in my last one, but unvalued, taken for granted, unequal, give or take, exactly, not feeling appreciated. So the balance has to be there in this situation when it comes to you dealing with this person of your equal, somebody who you feel like you guys can stand next to each other and do the same thing. You just have your part and they have theirs, but they don't see it like that because they see themselves as God's gift to green earth, and you see the beauty in the situationship. But the Page of Wands energy should be good news, curiosity, and artistic creation, or it could be yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery. The only thing that's real is the present moment. This person can't enjoy the present moment because they're so busy worrying about what you're doing. So this in the reverse is confusion, miscommunication, and conflict, right? So there is confusion here, and you're like, okay, well, let's communicate. Communication brings rapid change, and the change is that, you want to be triumphant and be recognized just like they do, and so therefore you have to turn around and realize that you've been giving to this situation 6 of Pentacles wholeheartedly and been silent for far too long, and now it's time for you to have option, to take and make sure your options are imbalance or negotiations are made when it comes to this person that you've been dealing with. And so you're standing up for yourself, always speaking your mind, and not taking shit from anybody, including this person. And that means that you have to take a risk. And sometimes taking risks, laying the cards on the table, and journeying into the unknown is what you have to do when it comes to this person. So now I'm going to pull from the Breakup Oracle deck, and that's basically what the Lilith did. She had to take a risk to walk away. She didn't just want to have babies. You know, she wanted to make something of herself and be considered equal to somebody. So whether male or female, if you feel like, you know, you're giving too much and it's a one-sided situation, you have to change that energy. Does that make sense? And so, yeah, love triangle is here is erased. I deleted everything that reminded me of you. So they could do that, but that is because you've walked away from a situation, and then they realize that you're the one that got away. I'll look for you in the next lifetime. So this person that unvalued you, right? You had to take a risk and get away from the love triangles. I've been seeing someone else, and I'm having trouble choosing because they didn't want to take risk with you, but they wanted you to give them everything. You didn't force it. You stopped forcing it. You stopped trying to force it when it came to dealing with this player. I'm choosing to keep an emotional distance and play the field. So you didn't force it, but now they realize that you're the one that got away. Does that make sense? And so that is why you just have to continuously do things for yourself and not really worry about how somebody else perceives you. Because again, you can be equal with somebody. If somebody really loves and understands you, is a true leader that leads from the heart, inspires others to do more, dream bigger, and be better, that other person is going to complete you and not deplete you. And so that is the lesson that you learned from this situation. Does that make sense? So now I'm going to do 26, and we're going to do the famous person. All right, and this is Lilith. So, yeah, I just feel like that is the case when it comes to this situation. You have to understand that there are people out there that will take risks with you, that will want to see you grow in situationships that, you know, may not be, you know, where they may, you may advance a little bit more than them. Does that make sense? And so with that being said, we're going to deal with who is this famous energy or hood famous type person that you've been dealing with, you know. And so again, please do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified when I post a new video. You guys, seriously, liking the video helps get my channel out there. Now I have to do, because I'm talking 27 minutes, it helps me get my channel out there because, you know, a lot of the algorithm is changing, and I want you guys and the like-minded Cancers to get the same energy that you're getting. Nine of Pentacles, you are abundant when it comes to the discipline, the self-reliance, and, you know, dealing with this person, or you could be the famous person, but that all came with, the Ten of Swords, difficult situations. You're abundant now, so you could be famous, or you could have been dealing with a famous person, and you had to have discipline when it came to this situation. We're going to say these are the people that you're dealing with, again, because this is your energy, seeing the beauty, earth energy, and secret love. So the Nine of Pentacles is abundance, discipline, and self-reliance, right? Or the Nine of Pentacles can be success, great love, and rewards. And so the Nine of Cups energy is at the bottom of the deck because you had to be ambitious and action-oriented when it came to dealing with this person. Nine of Cups is wish fulfilled and life is good. So you had to understand why you needed to be this way. The Seven of Swords energy is running away. And this is insecurities. There was insecurities when it came to dealing with this famous person, or this person who was hood famous, running away, hidden dishonor and lies. And the Lover's energy, relationships, sexuality, and soulmates. You figured this person was your soulmate and that you wanted a union, a friendship, or something with when it came to dealing with this person, or some type of connection. But Queen of Pentacles, you were nurturing, social, and big-hearted to this person, and therefore had to be some type of completion here. The completion had to come from you seeing the beautiful beginnings in this situationship, because there was endings to a difficult situation, and that is something that you had to understand when it came to dealing with this famous person. So basically, you had to be strong. You had to be strong. You had to be abundant. You had to understand where your insecurities would be at when it came to this situation, because the insight of the Ten of Swords energy is you actually, you know, feeling like a failure, or feeling backstabbed, or feeling like there had to be sudden endings. So I'm going to go ahead and pull from the type of energy that you dealt with. So This doesn't mean that this is an end all be all. It means that you've come out abundant in regards to this situation. A card fell on the ground. Hold on. You came out abundant in a situation. Yeah, freedom. You had to have your own freedom. You couldn't be with this famous or hood famous person. You couldn't feel, they couldn't feel the need to be tied down. And so therefore, they wanted to be free, not ready for commitment, independent, happy, and single. They felt like they were independent, happy, and single when it came to this situationship. And therefore, you had to be ambitious and go after the things that you want, because you would never, ever, you will always be in this person's shadows if you waited for this person to change. Reconciliation. So now here it is. There's a reconciliation because your wishes are fulfilled and life is good. When they want to try to work things out, they will return. There's unfinished business. When they feel like there's unfinished business because they see the beauty in you, beauty comes out, right? They see the beauty in you. And so your freedom calls for them to think that your freedom comes from bad intentions. First of all, red flags, lies, and secrets. Be vigilant and protect yourself. You had to understand that there could be bad intentions in regards to this hood famous person or this person who felt like they were famous. They're hiding cold things. They're sending mixed signals, inconsistencies, inscrutable lack of clarity. You had no clarity when it came to this, and there was a lot of broken promises. Being misled, trust is broken and unreliable. You couldn't rely on this person, so you had to rely on seeing the beauty in yourself. Intimidated, and they could be because they were intimidated by your beauty. Your beauty stands out, physical attraction. So of course, they want a reconciliation because they realize that they're not going to get a you and anybody else. And so that is, if you're dealing with a hood famous person, you know, they're never going to get that. Now I'm going to pull from the Breakup Oracle deck because again, you walked away in order for you to see things different. Yeah, differences. Okay. Wait a minute. I was saying you walked away in order to see things differently, but differences is on the bottom of the deck. Maybe we are just too different to make the relationship work. And that's what you had to let them know. And then the universe says to let them go. The universe says to let them go. Control. I'm trying to control the situation to avoid having it control me. Because again, the broken promises, the hot and cold, the bad intentions, and they just wanted to be free at the end of the day. The universe is saying let them go and take it slow. Take it slow on your part, you know. You can't rush these things, and you can't make things happen. And you just have to realize sometimes that there are differences. And when you focus on yourself and things start to come together, they start to realize that they never had somebody that gave to them unconditionally when it came to this love, this friendship, and this situationship. And so once you felt like this need to walk away, then they turn around and they have a different type of situation or have a different outlook on this, and therefore now they're ready to come back and reconcile with you. And that's where the reconciliation is happening. Does that make sense? And that's dealing with a famous person. The next one is a queen. Somebody who feels like, maybe we're going to do 30. I'm going to do 33 minutes because of the fact that, you know, I talk too much, but, and I spelled that wrong. Okay, 2 N's. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, so I just feel like that's the case. So now we're going to go ahead and deal with somebody who is a queen, or feels like it could be a queen, could be a drama queen, it could be any of these types of things, but this is queen, somebody who feels like they're a queen. And hold on, earth energy, you still see the beauty in this situation, even though it might be some type of secret type of love, but you still see the beauty in the situation. So this is if you're dealing with somebody who is a queen or a drama queen, or somebody who feels like they're so royal that they can't move, you know, they do certain things. Yeah, a fool. You feel like a fool. This needs clarity. It comes with the chariot, yeah, and the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, and also burdens, yeah. So you're unsure about this energy. The Fool energy comes out. It could be a leap of faith. You have to take and go and have a leap of faith when it comes to having a fresh start about this person, because see, this is not having confidence with the chariot, the Two of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands coming here. There's too many burdens here. So the chariot in the reverse just lets you know that excuse me, sorry, the chariot in the reverse lets you know that you're dealing with somebody that's very arrogant, like I told you, wonderless, that you know, has to have things their way. I'm too royal to deal with this. But at some point you saw the beauty and you were able to see, you know, to love this person for who they were. But the Two of Pentacles energy is, you know, juggling how to feel when it comes to this, because it's like a loss of balance, or, you feel disorganized when you deal with this person. So you could always be antsy on, and like, oh, did I do this right? Did I do that right? Like walking on eggshells is what I'm basically trying to say. Page of Pentacles energy. The Page of Pentacles energy is never stop learning, because if you think you know everything, you know nothing at all. This person is arrogant. This person is arrogant, and with the Page of Pentacles being here, it's like you have a lot of missed opportunities, and when it comes to like them being greedy or lazy on how they expect things to happen for them, when they expect people to do things for them. Does that make sense? And so the Ten of Wands is burdens here. It's struggles, it's burdens, and it's overextending yourself. The Ten of Wands energy, you've been overextending yourself for a while, and so now you're burnt out. You feel like the pressure is there and you're overwhelmed. And so the universe is telling you to take a leap to get out of this energy. Now, I was going to clarify the Chariot energy. I didn't do this for all the other ones because they didn't come out unsure. But I'll clarify just with one card, the Chariot, Two of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. You have to feel some type of way when you're doing too much. It's a one-sided energy when it comes to dealing with this person, place, thing. Yeah, the King of Pentacles, again, one-sided. There's no stability and no discipline with this king. This King of Pentacles in the reverse, right, is arrogant, does things in excess, and is very greedy. And so when it comes to that, Three of Cups, yeah, you have to understand about this friendship and move forward and take a leap to find people who complete you and not deplete you. Or this could be that there were third-party situations involved in here, and you have to be confident within yourself. Confidence shines from the inside when you love yourself, own your flaws, and rock them without caring what others think. And that's with you trusting in yourself and taking a leap when it comes to this person. So now I'm going to pull from the Love Situations deck to see the situation when it comes to dealing with somebody who feels like they're royal and the hottie, right? And again, all of these energies that you believed and you saw the beauty in the situation and you were able to nurture or to nurture the situation. Yeah, bottom of the deck is children. Now, this person, you could have a kid by this person, children involved, using child as a pawn and stand for the kids. Or you could be staying for the kids and losing your confidence at the same time. But you gain it back. You get your body back. You get yourself back, looking at your best, focusing on yourself, and punishing your ex. You're punishing this person because at one point you were having a mental breakdown. Yeah, apology. So there will be an apology coming from this person, a confession, mending relationships, and rebuilding. But are you going to rebuild with this person? A new cycle, new beginnings, the end of a cycle, making a fresh start. That's you taking a leap. So it's a new cycle for you. Options, difficult decisions. Yes, you had to make a difficult decision to walk away and to be confident about people who complete you, who deplete you and not complete you, and finding people who complete you and not deplete you. Exploring the possibilities, fear of choosing wrong. So because you're afraid to choose wrong, you're still going to be stuck in a mental prison for a while because you're going to be afraid to leave a person because of what that other person, the royal situationship that they brought to the table. So you're going to be afraid to kind of explore the possibilities. So you're going to be, working on your physical self and hopefully mental, but not really exploring the possibility because this person is still narcissistic and kept you in a mental prison, and they have you overthinking and creating scenarios and but they could be thinking of you a lot, or you could be thinking of them because it's hard to move forward from a situation when it's been so long, or when you have children involved and you're thinking of the what ifs and the what, and how can and this and that. You're thinking of all these different scenarios, so you're afraid to move forward with confidence. But the Queen of Wands is telling you to be vibrant in everything and all of your endeavors that you choose, right? Does that make sense? And so the card that comes out, well, let's talk at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, they're going to start stalking you, and that's why they say thinking of you a lot. I often check on your social media to see what you're up to, and then forever change. You've changed my life without even trying. The old me is dead and gone. So again, you will do that. That's the kind of love that a Cancer has. But again, you have to decide what it is that you want. Escapism. Drinking seems to be the only thing that numbs my mental agony. So they could be drinking a lot, or you could be drinking a lot. They could be doing a whole lot of partying or third parties. That's why the beer bottle shows its face, because they're trying to escape the reason that they lost you. But it wasn't you, it was them. And so therefore, that's not your fault, right? So now we're going to go ahead and do 40 minutes for, and if you guys are in the comments, timestamp, the next one is clinger. If you are dealing with somebody who is a clinger, we're going to go ahead and pull for that. But yeah, I just feel like a lot of these scenarios are just basically what we need to understand when it comes to what it looks like, what it's like to be in love, you know, and dealing with the type of people. And that's why I pulled from the archetype deck, because dealing with these type of people can cause stagnation on your part. And therefore, if you don't really see the red flags or the signs, or you think that, you know, you're never going to find somebody better, then it turns around and it bites you in your ass. Does that make sense? And so that's why I say to you, you know, make sure that, you know, you are focusing on yourself and not the mental aspect of the what ifs and how and if I don't and if I do, because damned if you do, damned if you don't. And that's what you have to understand when it comes to seeing the beauty in a person, and understanding that that's the lesson that this person taught you, but it taught you a lot of strength in the process. But, you know, send strength and healing to them, period. If you don't want it back, send strength and healing to them, period. No matter what, you move forward with yourself. You gain your strength by you actually moving forward and going from there. Now let's start by pulling tarot. Okay. First card is the Ace of Pentacles. When you're dealing with the clinger, the Nine of Swords, anxiety can come there. You know, a foundation will be there because they want to build a foundation with you, because they want to try to keep you there. Does that make sense? And it could be a good thing. You know, this could be the trust that you need for somebody to cling on to love you. But, you know, that could be feeling like you're being tied down and cause anxiety. And also, yeah, sorrow and heartbreak, and feeling like if you have walked on from another person, you're starting to compare and contrast about how you liberated yourself and how you found a way out when it came to the heartbreak, or how you're going to get out of this situation. Because a clinging person can be considered jealous. They can be overbearing. They can be all kind of things. Yeah, you have to have empathy for yourself. Yeah, and introspection, and so search for your soul, because you do want things to be a certain way. I want some. You do want things to be a certain way. Not a lot. Sorry, my son has made some food. You do want things to be a certain way. You want to be stable. You want to be loving and understanding. But at some point, if you feel like somebody is clinging, or that you're becoming clingy to a situationship, then you have to understand why. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, see why the seed has been planted. You have to be able to see results and why you're here and why you're allowing this to happen, because this is control, whether you like it or not. And if this is your energy and you're being controlling, this is you planting a seed because you want, you know, you want to have empathy and be loving and stable and flowing and caring. But love is not about taking and putting somebody in a certain situation. That's ego. Yep. Five of Swords comes out. That's ego. And it'll cause you to overthink and everything. And so this person, again, if this is your energy, that's ego. If it's that person's energy and they're clinging, that's their ego, because they're afraid to lose you. So that's the reason why I say it's certain things when it comes to dealing with a person, on how their control tactics can become in a form of love, which is narcissistic type energy, if you ask me. You know, no, I'm not a therapist, but when somebody is clinging to you or making you feel weighed down, it causes you anxiety, respectfully. It's not really love. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrong. Love does not delight in evil, but it rejoices in truth. It always protects, always trusts. That trust part. They don't have to cling to something that they trust, right? It always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. Corinthians 1:13. So something about the type of person that you would think, and people will always say to you, like, oh girl, I wish I had it like you. This person does that. And it's like, no, it's a lot. Soulmates, soul connections, a friend / romantic partner, and compatibility. You know, again, you have to understand what the difference is between a soulmate and somebody that's clinging towards you. And even if this is you doing the same thing, finality, permanent endings, no more choices, no more chances. Goodbye to the old. You're saying goodbye to anything that is going to keep you stuck and stagnant and overthinking. Eight of Swords energy, right? You're saying goodbye to all of that. I'm going to pull those cards in a minute, and you're going to realize the things that complete you, and you're going to realize the things that deplete you. And sometimes these types of energies, you know, and we stay in because we feel like it's better. Okay, some cards fell out on the ground, and I'm not going to pull from here. Okay. Oh, I hit my head on the microphone. There you have it. So the 4 cards that come out is divinely guided. You are divinely guided. So whatever the situation is, I'm ending my long-term relationship to be with you. Sometimes that could be the clinginess that this other person is going through. So realize that just because somebody is leaving another person to be with you, you got to realize what those other people are going through inside of the things that you cannot see. Remember, it's 4 sides to every story. Unsent messages. I'm writing you several texts, but in the end, I chicken out. So, you could be doing this. Your throat chakra could be blocked. Theirs could be blocked, or whatever. So haunted. I'm haunted by my decisions and the memories we made together. So again, it take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Fighting it. I'm harder. The harder I try to resist you, the weaker I seem to be. So again, these are the emotions of attachment. These are emotions of attachment and detachment. So these are all the things that you have to stop and say, you know what? That is ego. Let the universe guide me to where I want to be. And it's easier said than done. Trust me, been there, done that, right? Moved on. That was at the bottom of the deck. It says, I'm letting you go now so we can both move on. And that is the divinely guided energy of not doing ego-based energy, but that's the finality. Permanent endings, no more chances, goodbye to the old. So that is what you're doing. You're saying goodbye to that old energy. And here it is. It says ghosting, abrupt ending, no closure, ending all communication. Sometimes you have to do that to somebody who is clingy because they're not going to get it. Single, available, currently no other partner, open to dating. Take it slow. Take it slow. Don't just go back into it. You remember the red flags. Remember that we all do want a soulmate, but when we start to rush things, that's when we start to get that toxic type energy, and we find the clingers who's willing to leave it all to be with you, and you not understand why they're leaving that situation. But it probably has played its course because of the fact that this person is going to do to you what they've done to them. Respectfully, maybe not. I'm just saying that you have to understand that there's 4 sides to every story, and you will not know that one side that they're leaving. You'll only know what they show you. And so this clinging, the things happening so fast, those are red flags. Always remember that. Be divinely guided and understand that this anxiety that you feel now only gets worse down the end. So your foundation, you have to trust. The Ace of Pentacles shows his face first because you have to trust in the foundations that the universe is guiding you to go through. These energies of feeling this way, the universe isn't guiding you that way. You have to see the beauty in yourself and, understand that, they probably were ghosting you in the beginning and told you they were single, all because they were in a situationship, but you felt anxiety from there. You felt like it could be some type of heartbreak. You went into hermit mode and you turn around and you want to be empathetic about what this person says they're going through, what they say they're going through. So understand there's a difference. Now I'm going to go ahead. We ended this at 47. Let's say 48 minutes is the deck. I'm doing good at this. Hold on. That doesn't mean I'm going to timestamp it. So in the comments, this is the crystal. In the comments, please timestamp it if you have. And listen, orange hearts. I don't know how I'm going to say this. Just do the orange hearts if this resonates, or if you like this. No, if you like this, orange hearts, yellow hearts. If you just rock with me, red hearts if you made it through, purple hearts if it resonates, green hearts if you're working on it, and you can reply in the comments, or you can comment in the comments, and I'll listen. I'll read them. Always know I'm not doing all of those. I promise I won't. Always know that I read all of your messages, and sometimes I respond with hearts because I understand. Red hearts if you made it through. I understand because I made it through. Purple hearts if it resonates. Green hearts if you're working on it. And yellow hearts if you just rock with me and got my 6, meaning have my back, because I have your back. So let's just go ahead. And because I went ahead and I did these many readings, we're not at an hour yet, but I'll go ahead and say these. But I'm going to talk about the chakras first, because the chakras mean a lot. If you understand the chakras, you'll understand how you feel, right? So the crown chakra is dealing with your spirituality, your selflessness, and your wisdom, right? Your spirituality, your belief system, your belief system, what you believe. not what somebody else believes or wants to believe about you, what you believe. Your third eye chakra, your intuition, your perception, and your understanding. If your intuition is blocked and you have no understanding or no perception or anything, your throat chakra is your communication, your expression, and your trust. You have to be able to trust that you are divinely guided and trust in your foundations and the things that you're doing, and that you will be prosper and you will have prosperity. Sorry about that. Your heart chakra is your ability to love, to be harmonious, and to forgive. You have to be able to forgive every situation and move forward, because remember, true love is patient, it's kind, but that doesn't mean you have to go back. Understand that. Your ability to forgive and move forward. Send strength and healing, period. I send strength and healing that this person will be healed and come back to me if that's what you want, period. But if it's not what you want, just send strength and healing. Or, you know what? Just send strength and healing, periods, no matter the situation, if that's where you are, right? The solar plex chakra, your optimism, your clarity, and your personal power. You have to take your personal power back. If not, you'll be dealing in ego, fear, and regret, and doubt, and worry. And that's living in the past and living in the future. You need to live in the present moment, right? Your sacral chakra is your emotions, your intimacy, and your confidence. You have to be confident in every situation, no matter what. Just like these people come in this situation, they're confident that their shit don't stink, and you know it does. Everybody's does. You know, you have to be confident like that. And we are sometimes so empathetic about how people feel and their feelings that we turn around and we love, we're caring, and we go with the flow. And no, you have to sometimes speak your mind. And stop and understand when it's time to let the ego go, or let go of somebody's ego, right? And that's just that. So also your root chakra is your ability to survive, to be stable, no matter what situation and who you fall in love with, or who you find. You got to see and understand and focus that these people are going to always be who they are, because nobody ever stopped them from being this. Nobody ever stopped them. Everybody always were yes mans to them until they met you. And then you turned around and changed their life. You know, sometimes for the worse, sometimes for the better. All cancers aren't perfect. But I say that to say that your root chakra is the ability to survive, to be stable, and to ground yourself. You have to ground yourself in all adversities of everything. So we're dealing with the AFFIRMATION, and that's the crown third eye chakra, right? It says, I trust my intuition and the divine knowledge. You're divinely guided. I trust my intuition and the divine knowledge. The striped brown jasper deals with the grounding, the stability, the stabilizing yourself, and the protective. It says that deals with your root chakra. It says, I steadily work through all challenges in my path. And these are challenges. The labradorite, transformation, intuition, and strength. It deals with your crown and your third chakra, your third eye chakra. It says, I welcome transformation into my life. And then the champagne tourmaline. I only have the regular tourmaline. It's dealing with your root chakra, facing issues, clearing, and stability. It says, I address issues as they are easily resolved. You're resolving these issues moving forward because you understand. The green kyanite is dealing with your heart chakra, your heart wisdom, empathy, and support. It says, my heart hears the truth. You know the truth. You just overthink it to make it try to sound better and to replay it in your head. But you know the truth. Everybody does. That's your intuition. Your white topaz is crown chakra. Deals with your crown chakra, your awareness, your clarity, and your logic. It says, I trust that my intuition I trust that my intuition will answer all of my questions. You're divinely guided. It will. And it's those red flags that you're not trusting in. Aquamarine. It's the supportive, protective, and calming. Deals with your throat, heart, and third eye chakra. It says, my heart and mind are in harmony. As long as you're in peace with all of your chakras, then you'll understand when you have to make those decisions based upon not ego, but you start to overthink and moving on, and ego and a finality, you'll know why. You'll know why. Because my heart and mind are in harmony. And I trust that my intuition will answer all of my questions. And these are your questions. The conflict, the ego, makes you have finality, which is permanent endings, no more chances, and goodbye to the old. You're saying goodbye to the old. Whether and it could be another chance, but you have to know why you got to this point. And that is the lesson for today. Now let's let go of this old energy. Goodbye to the old. I now let go of worn out conditions of lack, doubt, hate, negativity, procrastination, stagnation, sadness, generational curses, debt, bad energies, heartbreak, bad health, and addictions. Remember, addictions can be to a person, place, thing, or situation. I love you guys.